What is up, YouTube? Today we're going to be going to 6 Tanglewood Drive to look over the update, and I made a previous video where I talked about where I thought it was going, how the devs are going to do it, and all this other stuff you can watch. But we're going to go in. I have played this map. We're going to go in and we're going to see what it actually looks like and how it actually feels, and go to kind of a little bit of details for this. There's a lot of things I was wrong on. There's a couple things I was right on. And I'm really excited to see where this is going to go. I haven't ever looked. That's the new camera, I guess. But there's no more. I thought maybe they'd add like another one by the garage or something. So I put it on sunrise and all this other stuff. But basically in this, we look at the front here. We got the shrubbery that we saw. The beautiful new door and light. But the one thing I'm sad about is the garage door doesn't open, and that was one of my predictions, was the garage door would open, and unfortunately it doesn't. They did a really good job with this map. Also, I apologize for my camera. This is my secondary camera. My primary camera is dead. It died while I was streaming. So we come in here, turn on this light, and first, this hallway, much longer. Kind of sucks, but it does make the game harder, which is I think what they're trying to do, is not make it so easy with so many like little loopholes and stuff. But this hallway is very long. And also I saw that this says July 26th on it, and what people are assuming is that either Willow's going to come out then, or the Horror 1.0 update will come out then, because the character customization is supposed to come out soon. We also have the Herald. If you see, it says Brownstone High School set to reopen after tragedy. Now it does say that in Grafton as well, after the Grafton rework is on the table, I believe. So I don't know if this is kind of like a look into the future of they're going to remodel it and make it like a full functioning high school, or if it's just kind of like a teaser. $6.30 for a paper though. Is that dollars or pounds? I can't tell, but it seems like a lot. You flip it over, you got the Nell's Diner, which the other one has too. But I just think it's a cool Easter egg. These crucifixes can rotate, which I think is a cool touch, like Sunny Meadows has. We'll go in this room first. We'll open this. Look at that, I got a spine. We got this really tall lamp here. The sound adjustments they made, if these are their own sounds, they are satisfying. Like, watch this. Oh, that's beautiful. That's so beautiful. I love that sound. You got your hiding spots, which these get locked if you play a higher tier, of course, but got a hiding spot there. And the one thing that does make me mad about this map, that absolutely agitates me to no end, is somebody pointed out, well, there's a hole in the puzzle and the piece is right there, and you can't grab the piece and put it in. And that agitates me because, like, I know they did that on purpose. They had to have done that on purpose to know it was going to agitate somebody. But the other cool thing is the ghost can actually rearrange this. So I think that's cool. It can like shift the puzzle pieces around. You got your final. Not great, but every time I've touched this, it's been a different song, so I think that's really cool. I think it's a good touch. You got puzzles and stuff, but this room's very basic, kind of tight. But so was the room previously that was here. I think it's really cool. It's very grandma-y, and I love that. My grandma had a chair similar to that. Go to the bathroom. Bathroom is way bigger, and I love that because now if you get a bathroom ghost, you can actually like set up your dots and set up your salt and everything. And truly, I think they maximize some of these spots where ghosts commonly spawn, because it is so hard in certain areas to actually figure out the ghost, because you're trying to stand out here and see stuff, and it makes it difficult. But looks good. Can't see yourself in the mirror. I don't know if that's another candle or what that is, but I like this. This floor is ugly as sin, but if you were in an old house, probably it looks something similar. Got a shower here. Same shower sound, even though it looks a little different. I've never seen a shower like that. That's new to me. But whatever. But yeah, this is the bathroom. I don't know if you could lift the toilet seat up before, but you can now. And I almost bought a house that actually had this. except this black dots that you're seeing were like pure black mold all over the place. It was so gross. You can still flush your toilet. I know a lot of people wanted that. Then you got the same paper again. Going to this room. I hate this room because of that demon right there. But I do think it's cool. You can turn the lights on in the dollhouse. And I also think it's cool if the ghost is in this room, it can actually teleport the doll and you hear the porcelain moving. I think that's scary, but super cool. It's like it possesses it. There's the voodoo doll. A little air freshener, huh? Or, no, it's a light. Oh, I'm an idiot. It's a light. But look at that little detail. I like how there's not places for lanterns, really. You can't really put a lantern in a house. Who's going to do that? But these, sick. Get more dog photos, things like that. This is a great hiding spot. As long as the ghost doesn't randomly path this way. But it's great, especially if you're doing no evidence and trying to get a front room ghost and you need to tuck away for a minute. You got your other hiding spot here. And this is like the front room. It's the same layout. Very same layout. But besides the rooms being different, they're way roomier. So you can actually like move around there, get evidence and set things up. But two, they just have way more personal touch. And you got the Nancy there, which I love. I like personal touch. I think it's what's going to make this game totally different and a lot more spooky. So, oh, you can also press this, which I think is cool. I tried typing like 0626 or 07, whatever it is, but it doesn't work. Well, that was terrifying. We got another hallway spot right here. I feel like these closets are bigger for some reason. And we got the mirror. Mirror goes right here. Voodoo is over there. We're gonna look at this room. I love this room now. Look how big it is. Again, I really think they listened to us and were like, man, we cannot get evidence in these spots. Like, it's hard. Because if you have 3 or 4 people with you, being all in this room, it's just cramped. It's so cramped. But now, look how big it is. Like, you can actually... Oh, I love that sound too. Such good sound design. I love it. The bathroom. Dirty water. Bathroom. Way big. It's probably the same size. The bathroom in the back was a decent size. But, got a hiding spot in the bathroom, which is really cool. Again, with this weird shower. You have the toilet seat again. Little makeup palette, I think it is. Did the water move like that before? Is that new? Did I miss that before? Wasn't it just like stale water? Like it didn't move at all? If that's new, that's sick. That's awesome. If it's not new, I'm an idiot and I've been missing out on it. You can tell me in the comments. But I think that's new. I've never seen that before. But maybe I've never paid attention because I just get photos. Huh. You can't open up any of this stuff, unfortunately, but I just love how big this room is. You go in here, you are going to have the music box, and this safe's open, so there's no like secret safe thing like there is on Nell's. But this room's about the same size, kind of junky, really no use for it besides maybe a quick hide, but we'll keep moving. And we're going to get into this bad boy in a minute. We're going to try to figure out if the glitch is there for the couch still. So now we're going to go here. I think it just turned something off for me. The living room is so cool. They moved the TV and everything. This is a super fast, apparently, like walking looping spot, which I think is cool. I watched Casson do it. I think that's very unique because it's a much bigger coffee table. It's not so square. It's more rectangle. So he was like walking a ghost around it that wasn't a Dio. So if that's the case, that if you learn it could be overpowered and you could get a lot of good evidence. We got this seashell, which I still don't fully understand. And you can't grab any of this stuff to learn. I was like, oh, maybe you could like grab the pamphlets and learn how to knit while in the game. You can't. It makes me a little sad. You got another phone. There's a tarot cards. Bullet. Death. Nope, nothing. Joker. I'm on friendly ghost, so it shouldn't haunt. Again, textures are pretty amazing. They're doing pretty good on designing this stuff. I love it. Still a TV, annoying. And I thought maybe you could grab this VCR tape on the top and put it in, but you can't. You could just turn on the VCR. Because I was like, oh, you do that and you press this. Wouldn't it be cool if it like played some Phas thing? It doesn't. You can't touch any of this, but look at this room. It's pretty cool. Little looping spot. And that's basically it. I mean, you got your light. But that's about it. Now we're going to go into the kitchen and the dining room. So, let's do kitchen first, because the dining room was a sore topic. Kitchen, it's so cool, so unique. Look at all the detail added. This has personality. I'm so excited for it. I'm so excited that this is the path they're choosing, because when I get into this, I'm like, man, this is grandma's house. And that's what, I mean, that's what they're going for, and they did it. I think the black egg trick works, by the way, here, because like that's yellow, but earlier I went into a room and threw that. It was a ghost room and I threw it, and I think the black egg trick works, except you only have 2 eggs, because like you can't flip this over or anything. Stovetop works. Love the color of that fire. This timer is cool, except it never goes off. It just like stops clicking, which I wish they would have added a stop clicking to it, or like a timer to it. But hey, whatever. There's 2 of them. A lot of this stuff you can grab, and you can see like they tried to keep it super realistic to the world. Switch. Okay, apparently I'm an idiot. We're gonna get this. Cool. You see how it says Kelvales instead of Kellogg's? I think that's cool. And then you got Nestle instead of Nestle, which I think is cool. I don't know. It's just really cool how they kind of rebranded stuff so it feels like it's actually a house rather than like you'd expect to see this stuff in a real house. You got your fan here, which I think is cool. You can grab this stuff. I wish you could break this. Oh, it's got a... I didn't know it made a sound. That's weird. Can you open the stove? No. Can you adjust the temperature? No. Huh. You can grab some of this stuff. I wonder if you could throw this on there. Nope. And you got this. Now, one of the things I do love when they talked about sound, and we'll get into the dryer jingle here soon, is listen to this. That is so satisfying. That is such a satisfying click. I do wish there was words on here that the ghost could rearrange, like get out or something. I think that'd be really cool. But unfortunately, they didn't do that. You just got fruits. And you can't even... Oh. So once you grab them, you can't even replace them? Man, that's kind of sucks. And yeah, that's enough looking at that. But yeah, overall, kitchen looks like a kitchen. Looks like a real kitchen rather than this fake real estate kitchen that we had before. So I really enjoy it. You can kind of tuck back here if you need to. That's a good little fast hiding spot to break line of sight. I was also wrong. There's no 2 entrances in here. 2 entrances into the house, which I was hoping there was going to be. And unfortunately, you can't go to the porch. Which it looks like they added a really nice porch, which makes me kind of sad. A big fence. I can see the fence. Now, everybody was really upset about the kitchen island looping spot. And I said, I don't think they're going to fully get rid of it, and that this table is going to be a looping spot. And I was correct. And I think a lot of people, once they kind of calmed down from the uproar of you're touching our favorite map, that they started to realize the devs know what they're doing. And that's why I wanted to stay positive about this, because the devs hired a team now. They have a whole team instead of being like 3 or 4 people or however many they had. They have a whole team. And this is what you get with a whole team. Look at all the little assets that are made. I mean, we got tissue box, candle, vase, all these little books with all these details on them. This stuff takes a lot of time. And they hired people and they started cranking this out, and that's awesome. But anyway, we got the looping spot. Now the cool thing about this, it's very similar to Island. If you hide behind here, the ghost can't see you. I don't know if there's like, if it's here or here, but I believe I've always hid right here and the ghost hasn't seen me. But then you have like a little, you got to be good at it. I am not good at it. I'm not going to lie to you. I died every time I tried it, but I've watched people do it and it's super cool once you could get it, because you could take a video and keep going. And if you're fast enough, you save your sprint, you can be there and you can, the way you used to do it all the time. That's the way we always did it. And I think that's really cool. If you have your sprint and boom, you're out. So I'm glad they did it. I think they purposely put these chairs out like this to create a looping spot with a little more distance, and that's why they're not all the way tucked in. And a little hiding spot. So good on them for, you know, trying to keep the island there without keeping the island there. So I think that's really cool. I don't know why there's a radio in the middle, but there is. Let's see if I can land this. I did not. But yeah, I enjoy that. There's dog. We got Izzy and Izzy. Oh, it's just one dog. 4 dogs gone. Okay, let's go into the laundry room. Now, they mentioned the dryer jingle. So I'm going to turn the dryer on, and we are going to see if we actually get a dryer jingle when it's done. You got your tidies here instead of your Tide Pods. I think that's so funny. And little Tide Pods you can hold. I love that sound. And the iron as well. So if you ever hear that sound, the ghost did it, because the ghost can't interact with a lot of this stuff. Ironing board, things like that. Vacuum works, that's cool. Fly swatter, can I hold it? Oh, I wish you could swing this. That's so cool. And you got Chlorette instead of Clorox. So if you're really having a bad day and you think, man, I want to drink bleach, just play fast. Bristle pad. Did that just flip over? Oh no. That's cool. But anyway, yeah. We're gonna see that dryer goes off and we're gonna go in the garage. Now the garage is... Oh, I blew the breaker. I gotta start the dryer again. There we go. Oh, there's a little button there. Garage. Phenomenal. Now again, in America, where I'm from, we have like a little garage door openers that would open this. And there is a garage door opener here, but unfortunately it's just aesthetics. Really hoping you could do it. I always wondered if maybe there's a key hidden somewhere to like unlock this to open the garage or something, but there's not. You can close this, which is a really cool thing. It says cooked. I am cooked when I play this game. I mean, it's so cool. They had a little lamp here for extra light. This thing is bright. It's got your unique lamp sound. Why that's hooked up to the lights, I don't know. Like when lights blow out and stuff, or when breaker goes off, I don't understand that still at any amount, because those are typically battery powered or hand cranked. You keep walking down. You got your weights. And look at the detail. They even added cobwebs to show people haven't been here in a while, which I think is really cool. And you can actually lift some weights. So if somebody says you're not getting to the gym, just play some Phas. Get your little bike here. Again, another interaction. I think that's so cool. This goes to the garage, but again, I was hoping there was a key for this to open this, or like a screwdriver maybe, but I'm sad you can't. Then you got your garbage pile. And the mower turns on and it sounds awesome. That sounds like a good, clean, what I think it's a 2-stroke. Does it tell me? Where's the branding? But that's what my weed whacker sounds like, and I don't know why, but I just love that sound. Monkey paws right here on your organic natural dirt. It's kind of funny it's next to the glove. I find that very funny. We still got our caulk. You can hold my caulk anytime. And I love this rendition. I like how you can turn it on, but I love this rendition of a Bosch tool. It's just so funny to me. I don't know why. Even that works? That's so sick. That one doesn't work. That one does nothing. But that's cool. Then we got fake Bosch tools. You know, if you keep it on Friendly Ghost, you could play house. That's so cool. But yeah. And then of course you still have, even when you have like low hiding spots, you still have your little triangle you can do. So I think that's really cool. We're gonna wait for this dryer jingle. Yeah, this is a garage. I mean, you got your looping spot. Now this is way better. I'm sure a lot of you have seen these TikToks, so I'm not gonna go through it, but because you can crouch and look over and see through and all this stuff, I'm not gonna get into it fully, but there's a technique now to be able to see the ghost and get evidence and do all that with that car. I love the headlights. I love the look. Fair Heaven. That's funny. The old road I used to live on was called Fair Haven. That's so cool. This is in Steel Heaven. Unless, I guess in Britain you spell haven that way. Fair Haven. It is Fair Haven, maybe. I don't know. I lived in a house named Fair Haven. I think that spells Fair Heaven. But Britain spelling and American spelling are different. Either way, you're probably going to call me an idiot, so tell me I'm an idiot in the comments. We're waiting for that jingle. And now we have the beautiful, beautiful basement. I go down here. Cool thing is now if you're up here, you can tell, you can open this door and see if breaker's there or not, and then go over there, which I love. I hated coming all the way down here to find out breaker wasn't here, or coming all the way down here for breaker. Before we get to all this fancy stuff, you got same kind of style cosmetics going through here, a little window. Basic stuff, but it looks good. There's a lot of detail into this map that I was really hoping for, and I was trying to predict like how deep they were gonna go. The texture of the train and stuff, I was kind of sad because it looked so good in the picture, but that was up close, so like, you know, you win some, you lose some. We got our train start, which I think is cool. You can get the horn, the whistle, and the smoke. And then turn on the lights. And I love that because, first of all, that sounds awesome. But I love, it's just like little details like that make it really cool. I will tell you though, I almost did lose a crucifix by throwing it on this table and it fell in this hole. I had to squat down and grab it like this. So be careful where you're placing your crucifix on here. Okay, your summoning circle there and your Ouija board here, just like the old basement. It's super cool. It blew the breaker. We'll finish this one with the flashlight. You got all this little stuff here. Why? Oh, I was about to say, why does it make that sound? That's a cool sound. Little technique stuff. This lamp doesn't turn on, which makes me sad. These work though, and I think that's so cool. Now, I've worked a lot of vices and I've never been able to spin one like that, but you don't have hands in this game, so I just love it. You can pick up your little wrenches. That's a heavy sound for a little wrench. A hiding spot back here, which I'm sure you've seen all over TikTok, which I think is really cool. So you can hide here if you need to as a beginner, or you can kind of tuck here and no evidence. What we're going to do here is we're going to try to do the broken get on the couch method. So we're going to come out here and see if this is still a thing. I've never been able to actually do it, so we're going to be learning this together. Gotta grab a clipboard. And you apparently got to come over here. You got to put that there. And then grab this and walk up it, I guess. Maybe it's too much. Gotta get this right. Maybe it's like that. I can't seem to do it. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, but you can test it out. You can look on TikTok and see if people can do it. First of all, do you hear the sounds? When they did the sound design for this map, they did great. These dogs in the background barking sound so freaking real. My fiance was like, why are the dogs barking? She's like, is that in game? I'm like, yeah. And I think that's so funny. I think they did a great job with that. I know what I didn't show you. Turn this bad boy on. The potato is still here. And it still makes the same sound. And I'm so happy. I love that thing. I love that sound. Also, there's an urn. I don't know if it's the grandpa or the grandma that died first, but there is an urn. And the picture of the grandpa with the kid, and I think that's Nancy. Which is really cool that they're incorporating a name to it, and I think with the horror and the lore that they're going to be adding, I think it's going to be really cool. Okay, now it threw the vase, or the urn. Alright. It's been like 5 minutes, and I haven't heard a dryer jingle yet, so I wonder if they were just talking about this. Yeah, that's what they were talking about. I'm an idiot. I thought the dryer was going to shut itself off. There's the dryer jingle. But it's cool. I wish you could turn the washer on. But yeah, that's Tanglewood for you. The new Tanglewood and what I saw. I was also wrong about this tree. It's not a palm tree. It's just some type of like big bush, I guess. But we learned a lot from this. Also, I believe you could take this gnome by the ghost and it like makes a sound or something. Something like that. I think it has to hunt though or do an event. But yeah, and it can be moved. It can be moved while like outside. Like mine was thrown over there. I don't know how. But yeah, basically that's Tanglewood. That's what we got. I love the detail. I was wrong about the garage. I was wrong about a lot of other things. I was wrong about a lot. But the one thing I was right about was the fact of we might have been overreacting a little bit. And they really went into detail on this map. They knew what they were doing. They knew they were touching the map that everybody loved. And they did it right. It's basically the exact same layout, which we're used to. The front hallway is a little bit longer, and you know, you got some of the rooms are built a little different. But the amount of different things that are in this map that are their own that they created, the amount of diversity throughout the map, the lore that could possibly come with this map is still a 10 out of 10 for me on the specialty scale, because I think this is going to be a map everybody loves with possibly 3 looping spots. That's insane. Now, of course, I think what they did is added a beginner, advanced, and medium looping beginner, advanced, and pro looping spot, which like your beginner spot would be the table, your intermediate would be like the train, and the pro would be the coffee table. So if that makes a little sense, I think that's what they're trying to do, is space it out so like you can slowly develop your skills and become better, which I love. I love the lore that I think is going to come behind this. The doll is able to move in that room, which I think is super scary, because I had it earlier and I heard the porcelain all moving and stuff, which was wild, and I turned around and I screamed. But I think with how they're doing this, and kind of like, I think the doll possessing something is like the first step. I think there's gonna be other things they can kind of possess and move in the future and teleport. I think the textures, the books, all the little intricate stuff is super cool. But yeah, I think it's really cool. I think it's really unique. I am sad there's not 2 entrances. I really predicted that. I was wrong about that. But I am very glad with what they did and how they did it, and that it doesn't look just like a random, already set up realtor house. It looks like somebody lived in it, loved in it, died in it, and then got haunted in it. And I think it's so funny that it says like, bless this home because it's haunted. But yeah, and look at around. I mean, look at all this stuff. Look how beautiful it is. Got a whole road. I think it's a mountain. Like, this is so good looking. I love how this looks. It's awesome. So proud of the devs. I'm so proud of what it became. I had nothing to do with it, but I'm so proud of it. I think as I bought this game when it came out, and I've seen it develop, and I think that's why I'm so in love with what the devs do, is because there's certain things that everybody thinks needs to change. And this really shows that they're not willing to destroy what we love, but willing to modify it to fit their original vision. And that's way more important. So when Willow comes out in this new map, be kind. We've seen what they can do. We gotta trust it. And hopefully that character customization comes out soon. But anyway, I am the Screaming Norwegian. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.